So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Boofhead show, and I don't know. We can cut this. We can cut the start off. But what should we say? Yeah, let's plan it out.
Okay, so we're going to cover a few things today in our Boofhead show. We've got some funny segments, and we'll tell you why we're called Boofhead. But what you're going to see today, we're going to see the Wanker of the week. We're going to see what Christmas is like in America as opposed to Australia, because Australia has a hot Christmas, America has a cold one. What are the attitudes that Americans have towards snow and things like that? And we're going to talk about some useless things.
And
we're going to have a lot of fun. And so let's hit it.
All right, glad we finally got that happening. So everybody, welcome to the Boofhead show. My name is Braden. This is my dad, Daryl, or AKA Boofhead. And this is, the Boofhead show. So what is Boofhead? I bet people ask you that a lot. What is Boofhead?
Do people ask you what Boofhead means? Because I wouldn't in Australia, right? Because everyone calls each other Boofhead.
Right, okay. Well, I'm just imagining people might be like, yeah, maybe in America, what is Boofhead? Like, what's the Boofhead show?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's a Boofhead?
No one's ever asked me.
Yeah.
But it's an idiot. A Boofhead is an idiot, and it's a insult, but it's left as there's no malice towards it. Like mothers will call their sons Boofheads.
Yeah,
and it's basically an idiot. And so because I don't take myself too seriously, that's why I called myself a Boofhead. And actually, I got a friend. I think he's a bigger Boofhead than me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit of an inside joke for us now. Growing up, Boofhead was the name that we'd use. Anyway, so welcome to the Boofhead show. That's us, the Boofheads. So you got Boofhead, and I'm Boofhead Junior, I guess, or Little Boofhead.
Yeah. This podcast is about a comparison, really, of it's starting off as a comparison between living in America to living in Australia, what the type of things are different. Even the language is different. Americans can't seem to understand me, but I can understand everything they say because I grew up with American TV, but I'll say things and Americans don't understand anything.
Yeah.
And so there's some differences, and there's pros and cons to living in both countries, right? And we'll share all these funny little isms with you. There's some things that I don't like, and there's things that I really love. And I think Christmas is a really good example of the differences. And if Americans take it for granted that it's cold every Christmas, right? And they actually get surprised when I tell them that it's summer in Australia. And they're really?
What? Yeah, really? How's that work?
I never thought about it that way. And we grew up in Australia putting fake snow on the windows.
That's it.
And watching all the TV shows, movies with the Hallmark Christmases and everything. And so and doing snowmen and singing about let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And you know what is surprising?
What's surprising?
Is people's attitudes towards snow here. They hate it.
They hate it?
They hate it. Oh.
Unless it's Christmas Day, do they like it then?
They like it up to Christmas.
Yeah.
After Christmas, they just hate it.
They want to switch it off. Okay, snow can stop now.
I was told many years ago, wait till you're here a few years, you'll learn to hate it then. But no. You know what I missed out on? We had a huge storm.
Yeah.
We had a huge storm that came across the top half of the western side of the States, and it stopped before it got to Michigan. And one area got 3 feet of snow in 24 hours. 3 foot, which is a meter, right?
Yeah.
A meter of snow in 24 hours. And that's the sort of thing I'm dying to get. I've had like 10 inches of snow overnight, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the old Cat in the Hat books where the snow's up to here, right? And they're digging the way through. That's what I want to see. I want to see that.
That's it. Yeah, because I've only been... Oh, you go. What were we saying?
Oh, I was going to say the people say it's driving in it. And that is the hassle.
Yeah.
The hassle is driving in it. And I've driven in it as a UPS driver. And if you don't approach the corners carefully, you can keep going through the corners because it's icy, right?
Yeah.
And on the first day of snow in Utah, they have the most accidents because they're invincible, right?
They forgot how to drive through snow.
Look at everyone slowing down. It's just a bit of snow.
That's it. Well, I just want to say, so Christmas, snow and Christmas, right? So, I've only been there in the States one time for Christmas. Is that right?
2010.
Yeah.
Is when, yeah.
And disappointingly, we didn't have snow on Christmas Day. It was not a white Christmas, which was surprising.
No, it doesn't happen all the time here. In the western parts of the States, they get snow a lot more than here around Christmas time. We mostly get it between January to March is
right
where our big dump happens. But yeah, it's hit and miss. Mostly we haven't had snow for Christmas.
Right. So do you miss, okay, I guess we can talk about Australia a little bit because obviously you've been in the States for how long now? For
12 years.
12 years, wow. So you've had a lot of Christmases in the States. So do you miss anything about Australia Christmas? Sorry, it's a bit broad, brushstrokes.
I miss food the most. I miss some of the activities like, it's sort of like beachy activities.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, do you miss, so you don't really miss the warm Christmas, you like winter?
No, you know what, I'm adverse to summer. I could follow winter around the world.
Yeah.
I hate humidity. And so cooking, when you were a kid, we didn't have air conditioning. And so on Christmas Day, when we're cooking for the family dinner and it's beating down sweat and you've got the oven going and it's just hell. You're just hating it. I'm putting my T-shirt in the freezer to try and get a bit of coolness for about 10 seconds before your body heat ruins it.
Sounds
and
miserable.
So I hate humidity. And what surprises me actually, how cold it can get here. Like in a few days from now, we're due to have minus in centigrade, minus 12 degrees centigrade, right?
I don't know what centigrade is. Am I an idiot? What's centigrade?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, Celsius?
So
what's centigrade? I'm like, I don't know that word.
Oh gosh,
you Boofhead?
I can't even.
Come on.
Yeah. Celsius, centigrade. What's that? Did I make up a word?
Maybe you did. That's great. Maybe
centigrade.
You made up a word. Centigrade.
Celsius. Sorry, minus 12 Celsius, and so somewhere that can get so cold here. Oh, it's been minus 20 Fahrenheit here. I'm not sure what that is in centigrade, Celsius. But it actually gets hard to breathe.
Right.
It's difficult to breathe that air. And so, but somewhere that can go so bitter cold here can also get as hot as Brisbane in the summer. It's amazing. How does it be so bipolar like that?
Right. Well, okay, now we're talking about the weather. We can stop talking about weather soon, but I'll just quickly add this. So here in Australia, so I live in Melbourne, and here in Melbourne, it's actually interesting because it's December, right? So like summertime, but it is very bipolar, but in the same day it's bipolar, or even the same week. So there'll be random days where it's been warm. Like today it's 26 degrees Celsius, so it's a pleasant, warm day.
It's really nice.
But yesterday was like maybe 18 degrees. So, and then we're having basically lots of cold days where I'm like in a hoodie, dressed warm all day. So I'm kind of feeling wintry Christmas vibes in summer in Australia, in Melbourne. But then every now and then you'll have a day that's warm and sunny. So you kind of get a bit of best of both worlds, really. So those days, I'm really cold and thinking, oh, this is nice, like winter Christmas, watching those Hallmark movies and feeling the snow, even though it's summer here. Okay, I'm not saying snow literally, just figuratively.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
yeah.
those vibes.
You do. You feel the fantasy of it all. And when
Yeah.
I first came here, just to see the crystallization happening on the windows,
Mm.
or the frozen swamps and the frozen lakes, or what's really awesome is when they have there's weather systems that I experience here that I've never even heard of, and one of those is frozen fog, where it fogs overnight, but it's so cold the fog encapsulates everything and turns everything into crystal. So if it's sunny the next day, the trees and everything look like crystals, and
Right.
there's all the power lines are crystals and everything, but also the roads. That's when you get ice on the road. So it can be so pretty and so dangerous. And that's when you have
You crash your car on the road, and then you
yeah,
get out of the
yeah.
car, and then the icicles and power lines come and fall down and kill you. Death by
Well,
Christmas.
That's a possibility, except when they do fall, usually it tinkles. It tinkles as it falls because they're
Right.
small. It's because it was just fog, right?
Yeah.
And actually, you get frozen rain too, and you can get ice storms. So there's really dangerous weather that can make living hazardous. And there's homeless people in the
Damn.
woods at that time too. So I don't know how they survive. Must be hell.
Dang.
But America's the type of place that if you've got money, you're great. And if you don't, too bad. Yeah. One thing that's really different about Christmas now for you is this is your first time of not being religious.
Right. Yeah.
During Christmas.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
how does that feel for you coming up? So what's the meaning of Christmas for you not being religious?
Yeah, it's interesting. So, like, growing up religious, I mean, I haven't really spoken about this anywhere. So, if you're listening to this the first time, surprise, surprise. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't consider myself a Christian anymore. So, just a bit of context. Like, I've gone through a bit of a faith journey, and I've left sort of my church that I grew up in. And yeah, so I don't consider myself
You
Christian
left the
anymore.
church I raised him in.
Yeah, so we're both going to hell together. We're both going to hell together. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so it's been interesting. So Christmas growing up in the church was very much like it's about Christ, and if you are Christian, then I totally respect that. But for me, like growing up, Santa and all those fun things were like they're the distractions from the true meaning of Christmas. And so for me personally, now that I don't align myself with the Christian faith anymore that I was raised in, Christmas is very much to me about family and the fun experiences that we can have, and literally Santa and the decorations and the fun and the music and all those joyful things. So the interesting thing for me was decorating for Christmas. I wasn't sure. We have like nativity sets, like the nativity scene sets, decorations, and I was like, I don't know if I want to set this up this year, because I don't really believe that's what it's about anymore. So I asked my wife, and she was like, I don't really care, and so we haven't set that up. So it was interesting. That was one thing that was the big question mark for me. It was like, am I, should I, wrong, should I set that up? I tried to cut to a picture of me, but it cut to you accidentally. Anyways, so I decided to not do that. And Christmas has been for me very much about bringing the family together. Again, this is my personal experience and my journey and what it means to me. But I'm really excited to be together for Christmas, even if it's not about Christ.
In saying that, what are your plans for Christmas? How's the family getting together?
Cool. So so we have my mum, your ex-wife. We have mum and my sister and brother coming down from Brisbane to come stay with us in Melbourne. So we're really excited about that. This is the first Christmas we've really had here. So we did have this house. So we bought this house just over a year ago, and we were in Newcastle last year for Christmas. But this year, we have the family coming to join us while we have the house, and it's been really fun and exciting for me. So I've spent a lot of time decorating Like I even, I'll show you here. I even got outside and got on the roof and put some Christmas lights together.
That's very manly of you.
Yeah, I'm turning into a real man. And yeah, I thought I had a picture for those. Oh yeah, here we go. So for those of you who are watching this video, sorry if you're listening to the podcast, I'm showing some pictures of the house. But here's sort of the finished product. Here's what it looks like at the end. So first time for me, I'm pretty proud of it. It's actually changed a little bit since I took that photo. But yeah, I'm really excited for Christmas, and we've been decorating like crazy, getting really festive.
That experience is the same with me. Like I think for me, when I went through my faith transition, I was thinking, well, what does Christmas even mean to me now? And I think it got better. I think the whole Christmas experience got even better. Because you know what I really hate?
What do you hate?
Christmas falls on Sunday this year.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% hated every time we went to church on Christmas Day. Hated it. Oh, I can't actually understand anyone who actually likes it.
Would you say,
here in Michigan, when I first came to the country, Christmas fell on Sunday as well. And at church, in Australia, they'll do a Christmas themed meeting,
yeah, service
with there'll be some musical items and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Here in Adrian, it was church as normal. Nothing. Had nothing. The only Christmas thing was when you saw people, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. That was the only thing.
They didn't sing any Christmas hymns?
Just Christmas hymns.
Okay, well, that's at least that's something.
The Christmas church hymns, but not even the regular talks that were given were really Christmas themed. It might be obedience or whatever the topic was. And it was packed. Like most in America, people turn up to church on 2 days. If they don't go to church all year, there's 2 days that turn up to church on Christmas and Easter.
Right.
And it was packed that day. And it could have been a great example, a great day to actually perform something awesome for Christmas Day. But no, they just squandered it away on regular talks or something.
When I was in the church, I was planning the Christmas, the talks and things, and that was the best thing ever. Was like, we didn't have to plan anything. We're like, yep, we know those weeks are going to be Christmas themed. Like, that's easy. We have this person speaking. We know they're going to give Christmas themed talks. That's less for us to worry about. So I'm surprised they planned something different to Christmas. Anyways, so Christmas on Sunday, the other thing I hate about Christmas as a Christian, this is not what I was planning on talking about. I wasn't planning on hating on Christianity in this talk, but was, you're so excited in the morning as a kid to go open the presents, and you get to the Christmas tree, and then you have the family members who are like, no, we need to read the Christmas story before we open the presents, because the Christmas story is what it's all about, right?
And yes, as a parent,
yes,
we felt guilty because we wanted to indulge in the festivities of the fun of it.
Yeah,
because that's what we really wanted to do. But we felt guilty that it's all commercial stuff. Presents. We better center it on Christ. Or we better read the Christ. It's to really alleviate our own guilt as a father.
That's it.
We're trying to raise our kids right.
Yeah, we're supposed to do it like this. Yeah, that drove me nuts. Would you say that drove you nuts?
Yeah.
Look at this. So anyone listening to this, that was the sound effect of a truck driving by, dropping off some nuts, and the squirrel's driving the truck. So for those of you watching this video, if you don't know, we're showing this on YouTube. So if you're interested in watching this podcast, we have this on YouTube. All episodes will throw on there, and you can enjoy our nice little visual animations we've got here.
And if you guys watching or listening to this have opposing views, share it. It's okay. Yeah. It's called discourse. We don't all have to think the same thing.
That's it.
Share your views. Dialogue is good. So what with the family coming down? Oh gosh, I got to tell you, those packages are mailed to you, right?
Yeah.
$93 just for postage.
$93. What?
93. And I posted something to Shoshana, which is Braden's sister. I posted her, and she's in Utah, right?
Yeah.
So it was a little bit heavier. $120.
Dang, she gets the good presents. It's heavy. Come on.
120.
That's crazy.
I made a gift. I made a gift.
Oh, okay.
So it's out of. Oh, what if she watches this before Christmas? I
Don't
can't
tell
say
her.
what it is.
Okay, don't tell her.
Don't tell Shoshana.
Quick
Don't
hack.
tell Shoshana.
Don't tell Shoshana. Don't tell her about this episode. What I do is I'll send you. What I sent last year was Amazon presents, because Amazon will cover the shipping. So that's the best thing.
I think the only way I'm going to do it now is Amazon or money at free shipping.
That's it. But it is a nice experience. It's fun. It was fun. Getting the presents, wrapped presents from you. That is fun. So yeah, that was cool. They're under the tree right now. I don't have a picture up to show you, but yeah, that is fun to have something. But is it worth $93? I don't know.
Oh gosh, it could have. Oh man, $93 could have purchased something pretty cool. Like for $120 for Shoshana's shipping, could have went towards her car or vacuum cleaner or something for her apartment.
So speaking of postage, I have something to bring up, something else that I think drives me nuts. Something else that drives me nuts with postage, and this is more general, but I guess it's very, pertinent around Christmas, is post office hours. So what happened is Bree and I have bought some things online and they've tried to deliver to our house, but we weren't home. And so the postman leaves us a little slip and says, cool, you got to go collect it from the post office, right? But the problem with this is the post office is only ever open, let's say 9 to 5 during the week. And on Saturday, they're open 9 to 12:30 or something like that. Closed on Sunday. So if you're a poor person who works in an office or work normal 9 to 5 hours, when are you supposed to go get that package? Seriously. So yeah, lucky for us, I don't work a normal 9 to 5 job, but I don't know. I feel bad for anyone else. What would they do? I don't even know. Seriously. Does this happen to you?
It is an issue, and here it's worse. It shuts at 4:30. Shopping hours used to be like that too. Like it happened here in the States as well. But when I grew up, shopping hours were from 9 till 5, and it was only open till 9 o'clock on Thursday night, and on Saturday was open from 9 till 12. It's closed all other times. So if you had a job, when do you even go shopping?
If you have a job, you can't post, you can't go shopping, you can't eat. Or even the banks are all the same. The banks as well. Even barbershops.
Oh, banks are terrible.
Barbershops as well. You can't get a haircut after hours. They'll close at 6. So between 5 and 6, if you can make it there for that one appointment, then great. Sorry, we could go on about this for a long time. But hours. Let's talk about this another time in another episode. So stay tuned for the next episode to talk about the hours issues. But yeah, poor Christmas presents and the postage. Feel sorry for them.
So Braden, do you have all your Christmas presents bought? Do you have other people you have to? You don't? Awesome.
Yeah?
I have the Christmas gift idea for you. Have you heard the other day, a few days ago, there was a huge announcement made by Donald J. Trump that something huge was about to happen the following day. And everyone was starting to wonder, what is it? Is he going to pick a running mate? Is he going to go for Speaker of the House? There was lots of speculation from all the right-wing media, what these awesome things are. Are they going to, he's going to arrest Hillary. Something's huge is going to happen because Donald is the savior to bring about justices and all sorts of things. And
he's what Christmas is really about, right? He's the savior.
Yes, he is the savior. Bring up that website and play the video. Play the video. This is his announcement.
This video is the announcement? Okay, let's press play. All right, hopefully you can hear it.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln. better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. It's been very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group of your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful. I'm also doing Zoom calls, a one-on-one meeting, autographing memorabilia, and so much more. We're doing a lot. My official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. Buy one and you will join a very exclusive community. It's my community, and I think it's something you're going to like, and you're going to like it a lot. They also make perfect gifts. So you can buy them with your credit card or crypto. All you need is an email address. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and buy your Trump digital trading cards right now before they are all gone, and they will be gone. This is my first official Trump trading card NFT collection.
Okay, so
and you get a chance
to stop it now.
Go to
that's the end of it anyway. Okay, so $99. Now scroll down and have a look at these cards.
Oh my goodness!
So this is a sample of these cards, right? Now, remember what he said. This is pertaining to his life and his career. Did you know he was an astronaut and he was a cowboy?
Wow.
Look, scroll down.
I have so many things to say. Oh my goodness.
He played football. And look, he was Maverick.
Oh,
he
wow.
was a boxer.
Wow. Sold out. Okay.
So, I'll tell you what gets worse than that. Keep going. Go right down to the bottom. So see that one. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look how proportionate it is to his body.
It's looking good. He woke up like that this morning. Okay, so
it's horrible. And so they sold out, right? They sold out. Yeah. Go to OpenSea now. Click on the next link.
Oh yeah.
This gets ridiculous, right? So first of all, it says it's for pertaining to his life and his career, but I don't. Apart from the golf thing, I don't see anything. So how many of these NFTs does he have? Scroll to the top. See items there. There are 45,000 images, and they all sold out.
What?
But who purchased them? Look at the unique owners, 35%. So about 5,000 people keep buying them over and over again. And so it wouldn't surprise me. The MO of this family is to push their own value. It wouldn't surprise me if they had insiders just purchasing it themselves, because you can actually follow the blockchain and follow the addresses. But they might have learnt from Melania Trump over a year ago released an NFT collection, and a month later cryptologists trace back the the blockchain address.
Mm-hmm.
The same address that put the NFT up for sale was the purchaser. And she basically purchased her own NFT for $180,000 just to try and push the value up. Now, Trump's son, Eric, wrote a book called Triggered.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republican Party made two purchases, one for $95,000, another one for $300,000 of his book to try and push his book to the bestsellers list.
Right.
And so my suspicion is it sold out. He doesn't want to look like an idiot. It sold out because a few people in different entities, because the owners are anonymous, right? But you can track it through the blockchain. The owners, you go to OpenSea again.
Okay.
And then go to the filter, price.
Where am I going?
So where it says price low to high,
Yeah.
click that to high to low.
High to low. Price high to low. Here we go. Whoa.
Look at that. look at that. So if you click on that one, and it's 100,000 billion ether, I don't even, what's that number there in US dollars? What is that number?
I can't, it's beyond what Trump makes.
I think it's more money in the whole world.
So it's impossible to buy.
It's impossible. If the world put their money together, it still wouldn't be enough to buy that trading card.
I just want to say something. I just want to show you something. Yes. Here we go. This is what I want to say.
These are useless.
Well, for this effort, I nominate Trump to be the wanker of the week.
Congratulations, you're a wanker.
I agree. Now, I just want to say one thing. So you said this is a great Christmas gift idea. Or he said it himself, actually. But the problem I have with it, I'm sorry, Mr. Trump, but you said they're only $99. Well, I'm sorry. Our budget's only $25. Slightly out of my budget for Christmas this year.
It would be a great... Imagine, on Christmas Day, someone says, I got you a Christmas present. Oh, yeah, what?
I got one of these.
Do you have a MetaMask wallet? Oh yeah. I want to transfer something to you.
Where's the part talking about the price? Is it over here? Oh, here we go. This part.
Official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting.
It doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. What are you freaking getting? You're getting a joke Photoshop of Trump and $99. I'm sorry, I could think of a million things more useful than that.
Who is the artist for these things? They're just terrible. And if you go through the OpenSea purchase history, you can see some people who have only purchased Trump stuff, and that's what makes me think these are set up accounts for just to make himself look popular and boost the price, right? So someone's actually paying real money for it, though.
Wow.
Someone's going to get screwed out of this. Right.
I legitimately thought this was like a spoof. This had to be a joke. This is not serious.
How can you tell people are better than Lincoln, better than Washington?
This is a joke. This whole, look at these pictures. I thought this is a joke. This is humorous, right? This is a spoof. Like, this is not real, right? This is a prank. No, this is.
You would think so. Like he's pranked himself.
Yeah.
He's April Fool's himself.
Seriously. This is literally an April Fool's joke, but for Christmas. A Christmas Fool's joke.
This is the definition of Boofhead.
Anyway, so one more time, Trump. Give it up to Trump, everybody, for Wanker of the Week.
Congratulations, you're a wanker.
Okay, so I wanted to show you something. There's a TV commercial. I'm going to do some reviews of different things in future episodes. But so I wanted to start off with this TV commercial. And there's a sporting goods place here called Dick's. And just listen to the last, actually, it's the very last tagline. So I queued it up for the last 10 seconds.
Perfect.
If you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
When I first heard it, I was working out and I thought, am I hearing that right? Every season starts with Dick's? That's a bit of an innuendo, isn't it? And then I said, surely they know that it sounds a little bit sus. And then I found this other video and I said, I think they're dropping it in on purpose. To play this other one.
It's no secret. I like Dick's.
Nobody loves Dick's more than us.
You should see us on the weekend up at the hunting lodge.
Nothing but Dick's.
My mom finds Dick's online.
Look at all the Dick's.
It's never too early to introduce your kids to Dick's.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
That is a little bit sus.
Yes, a little bit. That's so funny.
So I'll do some other reviews of things coming up.
There you go.
And other different TV commercials that the States have.
Sounds good.
But so I wanted to also talk about, and so feel free to jump in and put in your own stuff.
Sure.
But one thing I found in the States there's actually better in Australia is how domestically people do their homes with their lights way better in Australia than they do in America. And I think I know why. Yeah, I think it's driven by two things. The promo has been driven by the radio stations in Australia. You know, they have a competition every year, the Christmas lights competition, and so people try and outdo each other on the Christmas lights for whatever prize they're getting. So there's incentive to do these outlandish Griswold family Christmas lights, right? And there's some people in America that also do really cool things too. But overall, creativity in the States has really died with the onset of two things. One is projection lights. They just stick in the ground, point it at the house, plug it in, and it's done.
Right.
And the other one is blow-ups. Freaking blow-ups everywhere. They're stupid. I hate them.
You hate them?
Yeah, they're dumb. I mean, they look great, but there's no creativity in it. And so even their house lights aren't very cool, right? There are here and there some really cool ones, but
do lots of people do it? That's the question. Are most houses done?
No.
Oh.
No, not what I thought. And as a UPS driver, I would welcome those lights. I thought, oh, good. Hopefully they got a friendly dog.
So, okay.
I would judge them.
So because in Australia, I feel like not many people do lights, really. Like, I'm seeing it more, actually, this area that I'm in now is like a little bit, not everybody, but if you drive by, you'll see, I don't want to say most houses, but you'll generally find wherever you look, there'll be a house. You'll be able to find a house with some Christmas lights. But my area, they're not really good. They're just like a little bit here and there. Like our Christmas lights are probably, I'd probably say are the best around my area, which isn't that fancy. It's pretty basic. I don't know. I think it looks cute.
You got a small home too.
Yeah, I got a small house, but I like it. I think it was cool. But the other houses will have just like one set of lights or maybe two or something. Nothing crazy. But let me show you. I mean, here's a house we saw last year. This was in Newcastle. A bit of a tradition for us is around Christmas, we'll go drive around and look at the houses with the nice Christmas lights. It's hard to find a little bit. There's not like a lot of them, but here's an example of one you probably will like a little bit. But this one does have the things you don't. It does have the blow ups as well. This one has all the things. Can you see that there?
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, I'll just describe it. They have a big giant blow up Santa. You know, they have like some character. You know, put your face in a hole. Characters that are lit up. You have a big Christmas tree. You got like a Grinch light up thing. Yeah, lots of Christmas lights around. That was fun and cool. Yeah. So for me, I don't really care. My personal opinion is I don't care if it's blow ups or projector. I like it all. I'd like to see more houses do it. So for me, I value.
Oh yeah. I've got to say, blow up is better than nothing. Yeah. I like. I would say probably around this area, 1 in every 20 homes has some sort of lighting on it. Especially around here, it's a resort area, so and it's frozen. They come around in the summer, and they're abandoned during winter. But even just traveling around, I wouldn't say there's a lot. But there was one place in Utah, right, in St. George, in July, their Christmas lights were still up. Full on. Yeah,
actually, I've seen Christmas. Actually, around here, I've seen Christmas lights around a lot. Like, they really leave it up a long time as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in this area that I'm in now. That's actually pretty funny. Hey, you mentioned projector lights. I don't really see that too often, but in the city in Melbourne, they do some really cool stuff. I'll show you. They do like these giant projector lights on like the library in the city.
I've not seen anything that cool.
It's really cool, and they change colors and everything, so they have like different patterns and colors. So it's really cool. Yeah, this was last year.
Yeah,
but
no, that's awesome. If I could see stuff like that's awesome. That actually takes creativity because it's a lot of masking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you have to customize that.
The
ones I'm
talking
talking
for the
about,
building, yeah.
These are just they
lights
just project like a laser,
right? Yeah,
and it just goes around in a circle,
Mm.
or a snowflake or something like that. I mean, it's better than nothing. I prefer to see it than nothing, right? But the other thing that slows them down here is when it gets so bitter cold. You imagine doing your house at 0 degrees.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah,
getting on the roof, freezing cold.
Yeah.
For me, the issue was the sun. I had to not get sunburnt. That was the issue for me. I had to slap.
You know what? They go nuts here. They go nuts. It becomes this rage. I call it fake rage.
Okay.
On social media. I can't believe they've got the Christmas stuff up already. This is like
by what date?
This is like the day after Halloween. I said,
man,
Australia had theirs up a month ago.
That's crazy. For me, okay, this is my personal thing. We haven't really celebrated Halloween. It's not really big in Australia, as you might know. So for me, I haven't really celebrated it at all for the last long time. I celebrated Halloween more when we were living together and stuff when we were kids. But for me, I'm like, when Halloween's coming around in October, I'm already getting ready for Christmas, man. I'm like, I wish Halloween was like cancelled or moved further along somewhere else so that we could start Christmas earlier.
Well, yeah, they get shocked when I tell them that the shopping malls in Australia already have their Christmas decorations up at the beginning of October.
Speaking of that, buying a Christmas tree in Australia, I think is really difficult. You actually have to go really early around that time because so many times, like when my wife Brie and I first got married, like our first years together with Christmas, we didn't have a Christmas tree, right? And so we would probably leave it till like maybe December and think, oh yeah, it's not too late. Like, you have several weeks out before Christmas, and you go to the places that you think to buy a Christmas tree, like the department stores, like Target or whatever, and they don't have anything in stock. Like everything's sold out, or the ones you want are out of stock. But pretty much like there's nothing, and you're fighting tooth and nail to get something. And the ones that they are there, you're like, oh, that's a weird one. I don't want that. So it's actually really hard. So we found each year we started to go a little bit earlier, and say, okay, we won't leave it so late this time because that was too late. We'll go a bit earlier, and still we're finding the same problem. So I think you have to go quite early. But what the other hack we found is that when you're shopping for Christmas trees, here in Australia at least, there's places you can get them which you wouldn't expect. So the best place we found, well, the Christmas tree we have now that we really love, we actually bought this Christmas tree in Coles, which is like the grocery store. So wow. It's such a 7-foot tree. It's really nice. I really like it. It's pre-lit.
Are those lights embedded, or do you strung?
Yeah, they're embedded. Up? So the pre-lit Christmas tree, we found at Coles. It was like pretty cheap actually. But yeah, it was really hard to find. And so here's if you're watching this, there's a picture of me with the Christmas tree. Like I'm finally found victory. I finally got the Christmas tree that I wanted. Because we searched long and hard, and we couldn't find anything good at all. So yeah, it was a nightmare. But yeah, for us, we've actually had a few different Christmas trees. Like we only lived in apartments. We didn't have any space to store them. So we would just buy, I know this is not very, very responsible, but we'd just buy a Christmas tree and then get rid of it each year. But we finally have one that we like, and so we're happy now. But the trick is you have to go early if you want to get a good Christmas tree. But try Coles and then Aldi. Aldi also have really good Christmas tree. Aldi's another grocery store. So yeah, so they're the places you want to try.
Do you ever thought of getting a live one?
Oh yes, we have thought of getting a live one time. So we actually we were at Costco. We used to have a Costco membership, and they were selling live ones in Costco. And I almost bought this, but the issue was that I went to grab it, and my arm was rashing up. So I must have allergies to it or something. Yeah, my arm was like itchy and rashy. I don't know. So I put it back and was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. We get fake ones. Right. But we thought it'd be cute to have a live one. Do people in the States, is it more common to have live in the movies? We always see live ones.
You know how you have Mickey's Christmas Carol, and you see the live Christmas trees for sale
Yeah.
in a little yard. That's legit everywhere.
Right. So is it more common to have live?
I don't know. We've had live ones here about 3 years in a row, but we recently purchased a really cool one that they would have in a shopping mall. And talking about Christmas trees, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full-size Christmas trees in this house, and another 12 like miniature ones.
What?
Yes, there's Christmas trees all over this place.
That's crazy. So it's good. It makes sense to get fake ones because that'd be a lot of Christmas trees to buy every year.
Yeah, they are really good looking. Like, we live with my mother-in-law, right?
Yeah,
and so we've got built-in grandparents, and it's really good. Actually, we can talk about it in the future podcast. But having a village support, my 6-year-old is really good influence for her. But she's so particular about how she presents things, and so that's our Christmas tree. That is not half of the presents.
Wow. This is one of the 12 Christmas trees. You have a Christmas tree for every day of the Christmas.
So it's probably a total of 16 Christmas trees around the place. But so that's in the basement. And see how all the Christmas presents match in color and tone. And I'm not allowed to wrap the presents.
Oh, I wish I wasn't allowed to wrap. That's great.
I asked her, what's your mindset? Because my mindset is get it done.
Yeah.
the present is the gift is more important than the wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Right? That's my mindset. Her mindset is, and I think it's a pretty good one. She said, I want to give the receiver the best experience possible. And so she doesn't just wrap it like neatly. She'll and put a nice bow on it. Sometimes she even decorates how the origami of the wrapping goes. And you know what happens on Christmas Day. Better take some, I don't know, some appreciation how it's wrapped. But the present that I got Erin, she says to me, you wrapped this one really good. I says, oh, I did too.
She's trying to encourage you. She pays attention. So please wrap this one. Okay?
She actually loves doing it. Yeah. But I think it's a good mindset.
Yeah.
I think I have that mindset when I make other things for other people, but just the wrapping itself, I think it's a man thing. We can't be really bothered. But I wanted to tell you about some of the Christmas things here. You know those little Christmas village houses that you've seen in people's places with the little lights, and they're so little tiny.
Oh yeah, the little miniature sets of the Christmas villages. Yeah,
and I think we've all done it. We've all imagined being so little and going into the village, right? Well, there's actually a place like that near here, and you've been to it at Greenfield Village. And what they do, they have this event at a different event at Halloween. They have this holidays event there, and it's like being in one of those little tiny house villages.
So cool.
And so I cut together a little video of our experience, and it was so cold. It was so cold. Hands are singing and stuff like that. But really, really fun time. So play this clip.
Cute. That's so cool.
So yeah, it's really cute time out, and they actually sell those Christmas trees in the yard there, and they have these toy trains, and it's so open fires, and the smell of the fire pits, and it's really cool. I can't remember what I was going to say something else to you, but they got the Bundaberg ginger beer there, and they sell it as a cocktail with vodka and cranberry.
Wait,
it's pretty good.
Do you have this ginger beer in the States? The spiced ginger beer?
No, I have not seen it.
This stuff is the best. I love this so much. This is like my favorite thing about Christmas. Seriously, is this
really
Bundaberg ginger? Yeah, it's the Bundaberg spiced ginger beer. If you're watching this, I'm showing you a picture of it, but it's got clove and cinnamon in it. So it's like it's like a chai. No, it's not. It's like ginger beer, but it has those. It's like ginger and clove and cinnamon, and it's festive. It tastes so good, delicious.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Tastes like Christmas. You remember when you went to that little store and you're playing with that little mouse on your shoulder?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So that little tiny town had a Christmas parade.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
And the Christmas parade was maybe 5 vehicles. The whole town turns out. The town turns out for miles around, and there was like a Buddy the Elf. He was on like snow skis, but it was really rollerblades, and
cool.
he was being towed behind, and everything's all done up in lights. And the Santa Claus looked legit. He looked really good, and the whole town turns out, and they had a lighting of the Christmas tree. And they did a countdown. They had these high schooler girls. They call it the Santa Lucia choir, and it's the same song they sing every year with these fake candles as they walk down. Or whatever the song's singing. Anyway, and after that, they do a countdown and light the Christmas tree, and the crowd cheers. Hey! And it's exactly like a freaking Hallmark movie.
That's so cool. Yeah,
just a tiny town. Yeah, it is really cool. And then that night we went to another parade, a lighting of the Christmas tree parade, and we just had enough time to get to the end because it was a big, long one. It's basically tractors and trucks, and they do all up in lights, right? And some of it is really well done as far as decorating it with lights, or that there's 4 Grinches in this particular one, but some of them are just so stupid. Actually, like a transport truck, a bus, and there's one string of lights along the side, and just someone inside waving, and they're in the parade. For why? Yes, just dumb. Just no effort except a string of lights. And
these are useless.
Yeah, absolutely. I think half of the parade in this bigger town couldn't chuck them out because all they're doing is trying to advertise themselves to the crowd, and we're going, huh? What? Huh? And then you have some farmers who are really decorated up the tractors really nice,
Right.
and you appreciate the effort. And Santa Claus always arrives in a fire truck.
Cool.
And so they had a lighting of the Christmas tree, and this particular park has 360 Christmas trees in this park, right? And it's basically open source. It's done by the community, right? And so they might have a tree dedicated to a person that they lost. Like I saw some trees dedicated to their kids that they lost from some disease, or like memorial trees. And they light them up, and it's really good. And the town supplies electricity to light it, and they had a huge tree, and they light up the river. Now, this is free. This is free for the community to enjoy the whole season.
Awesome.
As opposed to this one place, it's just up the road from me, 6 miles away.
Yeah.
Which is 10 kilometers away, right? And so this is called Night Lights, and the way they spell it annoys me to begin with. NITE, LITE, Night Light.
Yeah.
Christmas show, light show. and you drive through. It's a 5-mile drive-through light show. And bring up their site.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Okay, so scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down this site. Okay, so it's $30 a car, Sunday to Thursday, $35 a car. Okay, I thought it was expensive 2 years ago when it was $20 a car. So they've upped their price by 50%. Go down. Yeah. You just scroll past this map. Okay, so see this here. Go down more.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's a typical display. And what you'll see is one of these every 100 meters or so. Okay, go down. And some of these things are basically, they're trying to sell their express thing because it's $60 to get on. Okay, see this thing here? This stretch here, which probably maybe a couple of 100 meters long, maybe less, is the only decent thing in the whole 5 miles of lights. The rest of it is daisy chain lights like this and sponsored displays. So
you're paying to see ads.
Yes, you're seeing freaking ads. See, they're so good they've got to show you again. And see, they've got these other shapes, zoo animal shapes. So it's something stupid, right? Or they might have 2 frame a second animation of lights going. And so basically what you're seeing there is what you'll see in the whole thing. See, they've shown it for the 3rd time, this arch. It's so good. They'll show you the 3rd time. So thank you to all our great sponsors. Now you'll see sponsors all these sponsors in their lights, right? So they've paid to be there, and you're paying freaking $30 a car, and you're going to get 4 or 5 people in your car. So when we went and had to go 2 cars, and it was $25 at the time. That's $50 to see crap all. When you can go to Adrian, just in the community center, and see way better stuff for free. Actually, the city even has a drive-through thing just as good as this, except they don't have this cool lit up. That arch has really cool effects, right? But depending how fast you're driving, 60 seconds, you're through it, and you're seeing crap the rest of the time for 5 miles. And Michigan International Speedway. Just imagine that with the sponsors instead, and 2 frames a second animation of a present flying through the air or a penguin sitting on the ground, and just no imagination. They could have done. Actually, you know what I should do next year? There's other places with drive-through lights. I should do a review on them all.
Yeah.
Take the bullet, pay the $30 a car, go through them
so
all.
You don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, yes, save people their money.
Film it and then upload for free.
Yes, I'll film the highlight. I said, this lasted 10 seconds, and that's what you get for your $30.
So how long's the whole entire experience? How long does it take for you to do the whole thing?
Because you're driving about, you're probably driving about 10 miles an hour. So about half an hour to go your 5 miles, which is 10 kilometers, right?
Right.
And so every 100 meters, 200 meters, even more, it's just daisy chain lights along the pathway to the next.
So there's
display.
Basically nothing until you see this one thing, you drive by it for 10 seconds, and there's nothing for another minute.
Yes.
And then.
Yes. And if you go on it says, it's on that screen somewhere, it says no refunds. No wonder there's no refunds.
I don't know where it says it, but that's funny.
It's on one of the.
Oh yeah.
If you go gallery,
no refunds. Did you go on this thing, or were you driving your own car?
No, I think that's new this year, but they want $60 to go on that.
60
to go see the same thing.
Anyway, you know what we have to do.
These are useless.
Oh, they probably also pick the wankers too.
Oh yeah, wanker of the week. There you go. They could be the wanker of the week too.
Congratulations, you're a wanker.
Ripping people off just to see something stupid.
That's it.
It's done.
All right. Well, you know, I have a rip off. I know what has a rip off and what something else that's useless. the thing that's useless, and this is a little tip for anyone who's traveling for Christmas, just be careful of duty-free shopping. So I've never really bought a duty-free shopping before. I don't know if some people drink alcohol or whatever and it's good, but if you are buying duty-free, just make sure you check what you're buying is actually a good deal. Because I went there, and just recently I was in Fiji, and I recently came back, and the people I was traveling with, they were like, oh, are you going to get anything in duty-free? And I was like, I don't normally. Like, is it actually a good deal? I don't know. So I went to duty-free, and I took some photos of some things that, just to compare the prices. So here's, so for example, a set of Bose headphones, noise-canceling headphones.
Ooh, what are
they are. I actually got these given to me for a Christmas present a few years ago.
Yeah?
So they're many years old. I think in 19.
What's the model? What's the model there?
Bose noise cancelling headphones 700. So they're the Bose NC 700. Anyway, so they're listing them for $545 Australian dollars, right? Now I think when I got them, maybe they were similar to this price. Maybe I'm pretty sure they were like $595 when I got them maybe 3 years ago. So I thought, okay, so you're saving about $50 for these headphones, perhaps, from the retail price. And then I checked, I just Googled the actual prices, and look what I found. You can get them for $379 Australian. That's probably like 250 US or something like that.
And that's cheaper than you can buy it in the US, actually. I just saw
Really?
it here. You can buy it, for $329 US at Target, which is $491 Aussie.
So, what? Okay, so again, I'm if you're watching this, you can see the visuals of this. I'm comparing. You can get it for $545 at duty free, or $379 on Amazon. So just be careful. And then I put this to a test one more time. So I thought, okay, what else? Maybe this is a once-off. This is not, this is the exception to the rule, right? Surely duty-free is good. So I also took a photo of some cologne, Sauvage by Dior, which is one I like. So they have two bottles here. One's $189 Australian and one's $134 Australian. And then if I Google that one, here's what comes up. So if you can see this, basically it looks like the bigger one is $157 or it's basically $157 for the large one and $120 for the small one. So again, to compare, they're charging $189 in duty free, and it's only $157 online. Or if you want the smaller bottle, they're charging $134 in duty free and only $120 at Maya. So again, I'm convinced that duty free is a ripoff. It's a scam.
So they're really stinging the people just in marketing.
I don't know. It's stupid. I have a suspicion that they've put the products there in duty free whenever they came out, and they've listed the price. And they've kept it there. No one's bought it for many years, and they've just maintained the prices and haven't updated them. So these things are on sale now. The price is, decreasing because they're no longer new products anymore. So you can just get them cheaper somewhere else. So I would just be careful. If you're buying a product in duty free, like, I don't know, maybe alcohol it's good to buy in duty free. I don't know. But if you're buying technology, I would definitely Google it. Like, on the spot, Google how much it costs to check.
Technology is duty-free's worst enemy.
So yeah, it's better to pay tax when it's naturally cheaper. So anyways, duty-free, I have to say,
these are useless.
Useless. Well, I think it's a good time to wrap up.
I agree. Yes, I think so too.
And we'll probably see you next week. We'll probably Skype for Christmas, I guess, eh?
Yeah, I guess so.
And so thanks for joining us, both of you who watched this.
Yeah, thanks, Mum, for watching. We have so many exciting episodes coming up, so we'd love to see you guys here again. We'd love to see you on the next episode.
Yeah, like, subscribe.
subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you disagree. We would
yeah.
If you disagree with anything,
with something,
go ahead. You say it.
Yeah, if you disagree with something, let us know. Or if you like something, let us know. Or if you had a different experience, tell us what Christmas is like at where you live.
That's it. Let us know. Welcome. The more hate, the merrier. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!